Live. I'm gonna come up with a theme song with a Redbeard Live.
Woo woo.
Redbeard Live.
Woo woo.
But the biggest news to come out of the DCU, which is so funny we spent so much time talking about it because I don't like it, which I guess is good because like people like watching people not like
because
stuff.
we want to like it.
I want to like it.
We want to like it,
Yeah.
and we have such a hard time not liking it, so we have to be like.
But Shane likes it because
just
of the visual effects.
Oh yeah.
Tear everything down and try to go piece by piece to find it.
So
but anyway, please get to your big news.
So the big news, and Shane, I don't even know if you heard this because you were driving.
I know, right?
You were driving here when this became news. Shane, switch it to your camera. I'm going to break this knowledge on you.
Oh god.
Here
You ready? I want to see.
I don't
your
like
reaction.
reactions.
Expression.
I want to get a real reaction from Shane. Let's be real. So you know who is rumored and pegged to direct Suicide Squad 2?
Ooh.
Mel Racist Gibson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which I guess, we were going to talk about PewDiePie later, and PewDiePie and Mel Gibson, they may hang out together, but ooh, too soon?
Ooh,
Too
I want
soon?
to talk about
Too
PewDiePie
soon?
like right
Too
after
soon?
this. Let's power through the Mel Gibson.
Put back to Mel Gibson.
Like yeah, it's all about, it's like, well, I guess like all of this show so far is the repercussions of people being like awful.
Now,
Awful,
granted,
right?
Mel Gibson's outbreak was many years ago, and he was extremely intoxicated.
Right, and
we hope that he's learned his lesson when he was shunned from Hollywood for 10 years?
They shut him down like immediately.
Oh, he was gone for a very long time, and I believe it was Robert Downey Jr. and Jodie Foster actually that like sort of let him creep back in. It was like a Golden Globes or something.
Like,
and
you
Robert
come
Downey
with us,
Jr.
buddy.
gave a big speech about how when he was a crazy drug addict and was like showing up naked in people's grass and like breaking into people's houses.
Back in the good old days.
That Mel Gibson saved him and like got his shit together. He was like, get your rehab, knock this off, you have a career, and basically saved his life. So Robert Downey was like, we're gonna introduce you back into Hollywood. Like you've learned your lesson, right?
Yeah.
You said some real awful shit while you were drunk, going through a divorce, going through a horrible time. Maybe he's learned his lesson. Maybe he's still a racist, but doesn't say it out loud anymore. Either way, why are we getting to Suicide Squad 2? And why is it directed by Mel Gibson?
The best question is why are we getting a Suicide
and is
Squad
Mel Gibson
2?
also going to carry on the Hot Topic David Ayer universe? And everyone's going to have god-awful, shitty tattoos all over themselves.
Yeah.
That's a great question. What do you think, Shane? Have you seen Suicide Squad?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I haven't. I haven't even seen that.
You haven't seen it at all? Wow.
No. Because I don't want to waste my friggin' time.
I mean, I guess, like I told you before, I go more for the visual aspect. Visually, it was decent. It had some pretty cool special effects overall. Storyline, yeah, it was just a clusterfuck. Like, I don't know what was going on and why. And I know we've talked about it before, where it feels like they recut and repasted, and they're like, oh, we need to make it funnier. Oh, it's too serious. Now it's not serious enough, and there's like no character development. And then they kill off Slipknot in like the first freaking 5 minutes just to prove it.
Spoiler alert!
Jesus.
I haven't seen it, but no, if that.
Oh my god, it's been like a year and a half.
I don't even.
That's true. There's no excuse
It's
for me
like-
at this point.
They're just like, oh yeah, if you run away, we're gonna kill somebody, and then the dude's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna run away, and then, like they just kill off a villain just. To
I think
prove a
Slipknot
point.
has maybe 5 lines.
Yeah, literally.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think he even says 20 words.
It's
Well, there
so
you go.
random.
It's like the sole purpose of him being there is to prove that they will detonate like the bomb inside their head
Yeah.
if they try to run.
So
away. That's the sole purpose.
So my buddy Dan, Jackie777, makes a good point that he did direct Apocalypto.
That's a fun drinking game.
Which is
We're talking about Mel Gibson.
Yeah, back to
Mel
the
Gibson has directed fantastic movies in the past.
I mean, like
Outstanding
I'm
movies.
don't want to get too deep into my personal life. Not a religious person, right? But Passion of the Christ is like it's a heavy-handed movie, but it's not an awful movie.
No,
It's
Mel
directed
Gibson,
pretty well.
Let's go ahead and clear the air. Mel Gibson is a fantastic director.
He is a good director.
He's
yes.
won tons of Oscars.
Right.
Like we said earlier, he said some dumb shit and disappeared.
Right.
He's won a ton of Oscars. It's not that he can't make Suicide Squad 2 and make it great. It's why are we making Suicide Squad 2? Like I get it. It made $700 million or something, 800 million. And so Warner Brothers wants to continue that universe because we're getting the Hot Topic version of like Catwoman, Poison Ivy because David Ayer is doing a standalone.
What is that
Harley Quinn
called?
movie.
Gotham Sirens?
What is it?
Gotham City Sirens.
Gotham City Sirens. That's it. Thank you, Shane.
Right,
Look
so
at
we're-
this. Shane coming in clutch. It's my boy.
Yeah, it's not about Mel Gibson if he can direct or not. I mean, it'd be kind of like if they asked Clint Eastwood, "Do you want to do Man of Steel 2?" It's just kind of an odd pairing. Where Clint Eastwood is a great director too.
Yeah.
Kind of old and racist like Mel Gibson, but
like a D-rate, superhero villain movie that, like, I don't know, has he done anything even remotely related to
Clint Eastwood or Mel Gibson?
Mel Gibson?
No.
I mean, all this
superheroes, no, but at the same time, there's tons of big directors that are now involved in things that weren't before, that would never touch a superhero movie. Back when you had like Dolph Lundgren as the Punisher.
Yeah,
best Punisher movie.
If you're trying to get an Oscar winner to
have
direct
you seen it?
superhero movie.
Crime, I am punishment. He was like naked in a sewer for no good god.
Oh yeah, Lou Gossett Jr.'s in it too.
Oh,
but,
so good.
By the way, fun fact. I'm a DC guy, but I love Marvel movies. I own every version of the Punisher.
Oh yeah,
so awesome. I've got the Dolph Lundgren, Lou Gossett Jr. one. I've got the Thomas Jane, John Travolta one.
Not
and
bad
then
one.
I've got the Ray Stevenson one.
What was it, like the
Warzone, right? Which is an R-rated one. And Ray Stevenson was also in Thor. Remember, he's in that, and he's in Punisher. So he plays the multiple characters, which we may cover at some point. People jumping around.
Yeah, we just did bullet point on that first. But I mean, I think his connection is like one of the last appearances Mel Gibson made in a movie was like he was in The Hangover 2.
But he was
and then Warner Brothers cut it.
He was in Expendables 3. He had a big part in Expendables 3.
So he's been back in movies, and then Hacksaw Ridge, which I honestly haven't seen, with Andrew Garfield, is largely considered like an amazing movie. Where he plays like I guess Andrew Garfield plays a World War II medic.
Yeah, who won't fight, he won't shoot.
But he's just saving folks.
But he's just running out
saving all the
battlefield, saving people left, right. But he refuses to pick up a gun, and they're like, "You have to kill someone." And they're like, "No, I won't pick up a gun because I used to be Spider-Man and I don't kill."
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So I mean, that's who knows? Like the better question, I think.
The better question is why.
Why does it exist? Why? I mean, I think we would all agree that we'd go see it. Shane
I would see it. Yeah.
I'd see it.
It's just
I'll say this. I would sooner see a Mel Gibson Suicide Squad movie than a David Ayer Suicide Squad movie.
If I had to pick between the two, yes. But at the same time, we're in the David Ayer universe. Does now Harley not have these shitty tattoos? I mean, does Will Smith not have tattoos in Suicide Squad 2?
You don't really see any skin, honestly, with him. So
I mean, yeah, but they're there.
Yeah.
And the problem is, for me, and I think of a lot of people, is they released that image of Jared Leto like a year before where he looked like he was part of ICP.
Yeah.
He was a juggalo.
Right.
And now, granted, you don't see a ton of that on screen, but traditionally the character of the Joker wouldn't sit still and be completely covered in tattoos and do all that. Was the laugh a little bit, you'd think the laugh was closer to the comic books? Yes. Was he more sort of like homicidal and kill everyone as it's portrayed in the books? Yes, but he's got a shitty damaged tattoo on his forehead.
Yeah, he's more of like a gangster in this one than
it's
anything. So
I think
so bad.
I think it's fair to want to try something new, but it's not. It just didn't work, and I didn't like you said, man. As soon as like they showed the first shot of Jared Leto with all the tattoos, and they were like, oh no, they make sense in context, and then it still doesn't, and it's still stupid. Like, because here's my thing. Here's my biggest argument, and we'll say this, and we'll move on to another topic. Okay, is that the Joker is too clever and manipulative to have shitty tattoos. If
I agree. We can go on the next topic. I agree 100% with you.
Neck tattoos. I have tattoos all over my body. My wife is covered in tattoos. Fan of tattoos. I've never met someone that has a tattoo on their forehead that has made consistently good decisions.
Right. Let me say.
But
I don't disagree with people that have tattoos in general.
Not that the Joker makes good decisions. Not that the Joker makes good decisions, but he makes clever decisions, right? And so I don't know.
Right. Well, it's like the whole tone of that movie. Every character had to have tattoos. If you're a villain, you had to have all of a sudden you had to have tattoos at some point to where it's just the whole visual design didn't make sense. And the movie wasn't that great either. The villain wasn't.
Well, see, so D. Willing watching claimed the new Joker is Robin 2, which was a theory.
Well,
a theory, but it wasn't verified.
We were all hoping that fan theory was true.
Because that would have been way better. Like with the J tattoo, if that was actually something that the Joker did, and you've heard this theory. Right? Talked about this.
If you played Arkham Knight, and then read some of the books, you were like, oh yeah, cool. It's
Right.
It's
so,
him. It's Jason Todd, but
right.
it wasn't. So
It wasn't. So there's that.